Hey guys, it's been a long time and I'm recording this on, what is it, May 21st, 2026. I was very much hoping that the book, The Hep B Chronicles would be done by now. If I were to list the number of, I don't even know what to call them, interruptions is too mild a word. Disasters is a little too strong, but it's like one thing after another, after another, after another. If anybody wants to send me kind wishes, I'll be happy to receive them. It's been rough, but the book does go on, and it will get done. Uh, I just can't believe how many major things have occurred that have interrupted the writing of this book. Where am I? Probably 75%, 80% done, but until it's done, it's worth zero, So it's going to be great though. I think it will be the end of the hepatitis B vaccine. This book is devastating. But anyway, let's talk about some good news because there is good news. You may remember this book. Um, when did I put this thing out? 2023. It's now 2026. It is the only book on the subject. And there have been individual accounts, and some of them are excellent. But nobody has put this together in a comprehensive way and shown that the deaths that occurred in the uh, hospitals during the COVID period, many of them were a little suspicious. And when I say many, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, and they were systemically suspicious. So you've heard all this before. If you don't have the book, you should really get it. Great way to support this research that we do. But here's the good news, and let's see if I can make the technology work. We will try. Um, there we go. I can't make the technology work. Okay. All right. I'm just going to read this to you, and you can look it up, but you can hear it. And this is exciting. This is good news. This lit me up. This made a really difficult day a little bit better. Okay, you ready? Call for testimonies from Senator Ron Johnson. Senator Ron Johnson, chair of the Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Government Affairs, is now accepting statements. You ready? You ready for this, guys? Statements from the survivors of those killed by COVID-19 protocols. All right, so I'm gonna give you some more detail, but let's wrap our minds around this. This is not a podcaster. This is not a nonprofit organization looking to raise money. This is a United States senator who, what is he? Is he the head? He's the chair. He's the chair of Homeland Security, the Committee on Homeland Security. And so let's see what he has to say, why this matters. Senator Johnson intends to hold hearings regarding hospital protocols. Even if your statement is not selected to testify, it will still be entered into the record. Your voice can help ensure the truth is heard and documented. Yes, so this means everybody who has a story now, instead of telling it to me, and I've been very interested and I've kept them all, got lots of testimonies on the website, what the nurses saw. We've got the testimonies of nurses in the book, but it's finally going to a level where somebody can really do something about it. And this is, again, a United States senator. And submit a one-page opening statement, PDF format only. Here's the guidelines for submission. Brief description, background of witness, and it's hard. It's hard to boil all this down to a page, but take the time to do it. It'll be well worthwhile. A brief description, background of the patient, a chronology of progression of illness and treatment. Only provide known facts, no assumptions, no policy or political commentary. So you can say, my husband went in, he had some health problems, but was in generally good health. And when we picked up his money when we picked up his body a month later, we didn't even recognize him. And we found out that he wasn't fed and he wasn't given water. I mean, these are things that a lot of families know. And as I've said before, if you simply if you contact the hospital where your loved one died and ask them, instruct them really, because your state law probably requires it, to send the entire medical record to you if you need to get any details. Now here's the thing. Ideally, your testimony will be no longer than 600 words. Okay, so this is tough, but you know there's power in numbers, and if there's thousands of these things, tens of thousands, there could be hundreds of thousands, it will have an impact. So don't think this is your only chance to tell the story, but it's your chance to basically cast a vote and say, yeah, we lost a loved one or loved ones in the hospital, and this is what we know, and we'd like to know more. So here's some more guidelines. Your story only. No general COVID commentary, no speculation, no statistics. Provide facts you can support and speak to confidently. And you knew your loved one, and you know, I know many of you had to view the bodies afterwards, and you knew what your loved one looked like after going through this system. Be careful to avoid defamation or slander, so you can't say anything bad about the hospitals. Supporting document, here's the key thing. Supporting documents may be requested later, right? So this is just sort of a beginning, right? It's an opener. So don't send those supporting documents now, okay? You must be able to answer questions about the facts beyond your statement. I don't know what that must business is, but you must be able to answer questions about the facts beyond your statement. If selected to testify, you must have the means and ability to cover your travel and accommodations. Okay. And I'll put all this below on the page so everybody can see it. Submissions may be sent to Leslie Thompson 0831 @gmail.com. And I'll spell her name out, Leslie, Leslie Thompson, THOMPSON, 0831 @gmail.com. Submission is open to everyone with a story. We do not have any influence as to which statements are chosen. There'll be a Zoom meeting with someone, another Leslie, named Leslie Batts, and that will be on Friday, May 22nd. Holy smokes, that's tomorrow. Okay. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern. To get the link and have your questions answered, contact Leslie again, and her email address is lesliethompson0831 @gmail.com. And then there's a sort of a little slogan, your story, your truth, history matters. So again, just to tell you again what this is about, Senator Johnson of Wisconsin, I believe, yeah, Wisconsin, is going to hold hearings, and he's now soliciting submissions, 600 words or less, keep it tight. And from that pool of people, he's going to select people to be questioned in a I don't know if this is going to be a full hearing, you know, but it'll be in Washington. It'll be recorded. It will have an impact. And if let's put it this way, let's say you have a lot of data, and obviously you can't fit it in the 600 words, but you can indicate in your 600 words that, oh, we have all the medical records. We've got everything. We have doctor statements. We have, everything, right? So I've given you, I'm going to try to find the direct links to all this stuff, but I want to get it out fast because I only just heard about it today, which is okay. But again, it took a long time, But we're here, we're here. And hopefully we'll get here with some other stuff too. But this one we're here at. And to those of you um, who did support this book, this was in the senator's office, and I was called. I don't know, I can't remember when, how long ago it was, uh, but I was called by two staff members, and we spent quite a bit of time on the telephone. And it's very possible this book had influence. So if you bought the book, if you've supported Brass Check, and if we indeed had, well, we had some influence. I don't know how much, maybe not, maybe 0.1%. Who knows? But we had some influence. And now finally, a senator, U.S. senator, that's kind of a big deal, is going to look at this. And it's the beginning. It's the beginning to getting answers as to what happened. And we know what happened. It's in the book. There's no mystery here. And we know all about the incentives. Um, and I think it's not in this book, but I think I even figured out who the actual people were that made the incentives up. But I'm working, I can only write one book at a time, right? So right now I'm working on the Hep B book, the Hep B Chronicles, coming out soon, I hope. And when it does come out, I'm going to make it really cheap. I think it could be as low as $4.95, $4.95. That's nothing. And I'm doing that for the first week because if we sell a lot the first week, we win all kinds of little badges, and that encourages the demons at Amazon to maybe push the book to other readers. And that is very important. This is a book that every family that's trying to make the decision um, or is not aware that they can even make a decision, this gives them all the facts. And it goes way beyond anything you've seen from the multi-million-dollar nonprofits and all their research and, you know, press releases. It goes to the bone. Nobody will be able to back this vaccine when I'm finished with them, with this book. It'll be over. But it'll be up to you to get the book out. But in any event, thanks for all your support. Appreciate it very much. And next time you see me, I hope I'm announcing that the book has finally come and my series of, frankly, bad luck, one thing after another, will be over because you know, you can't roll bad dice 50 times in a row, right? Eventually it's got to come the other way. But nothing catastrophic, but a lot of stuff that I guarantee you a lot of people would not want to have to deal with that I'm dealing with right now. All right. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you around the internet.
Brass Check TV, free to you, not free to us. We've got a server bill, we've got an email software bill, we've got a tech helper bill, and that happens every month. So to everybody that is supporting us financially, that's paying for their subscription in one way or another, we really appreciate it. If you're not, consider doing so. Everybody's got money for the newspaper and the cable bill and all that. Do you have money for media that's actually serving you? That's really the issue here. And when you help us, it allows us to get this information out to the world. So thanks to all our supporters, and if you're not a supporter already, please consider becoming one.